those teams on the 19th.
Right.
He goes, but I got a guy that's not coming. I said, well, for a compassion clause, you could, as long as they're the same rate or less. Because we've already done everything based on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of shitty.
What?
Okay, dude, we'll figure it out. How's that shitty? You're the one who fucked up that man.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's usually because they got a player that said, piss off, and I keep on.
Right. Yeah. Something lame. Exactly. Right. Oh, thank you, sir.
Just one time I would like them to be, think about it before they have a building.
Right.
Just once. All right, so we got our two guys.
Yes. That younger one of them, I'm not sure if he's warming up or if they're actually breaking.
Okay, you already got it started? Sweet. Did you already start it?
No, I started broadcast, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, put the name here, the tags.
All right, cool beans. Now we can quit talking about Mike D. Hi. Welcome everybody to Bad Boys TV. You're watching the 2021 CSI Texas State Championships. Coming to you live from Temple, Texas. The Mayborn Center. This is the place to be in Texas right now. You want me to switch you? Oh.
We're playing musical, oh, are we on? Yeah, we're on, all right. Yeah, musical headsets. All right, so...
All right, everything we said before, we didn't say. Somebody else said. Somebody walked by. You guys overheard nothing.
We were just kidding. Shirt color black, all right. Gray and red. Okay, so this is Dave that we're watching warm up right now.
Dave's not here.
Dave's not here. That's funny. That is a funny movie.
We just date us every time we...
Yeah, I know, right? Every time we speak.
Everybody's like, oh, they're in their 50s.
So, Dave, where does Dave play from? Where does he play out of? Must be Texas. Oh, South Austin. All right.
Hey.
That's how little I know about Austin. I didn't know there was a South Austin.
Well, every big city has a north, south, east, and west.
I'll buy that.
And they have to, hey, we're not the north
the
side.
South, right, exactly, right.
Yeah. Well, we're going to wait till Boombox wins the game before we put him on the stream. I can't have people thinking my staff can't play pool.
Oh, Lord. Good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that. Good looking out, Kenny. What?
You smell what? That's my coffee, baby. No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Smell chemicals. You got a tumor?
Listen, this is no offense to anybody, but I'm saying only a wife would walk into a room, stand there for a second and say, I smell chemicals.
Dude.
To her husband, and then just walk away, and you're just like,
yeah,
okay, well, I don't know what to do with that.
I know.
Rick, we're surrounded by chemicals. We're in the back of a place. There's cleaning supplies everywhere you look.
Don't point it out, dude. She's had a tough year.
She has had a tough year. Yep, I agree. We all need a break at this point. No, boy.
Yeah. All right. What? How come? Come on. I need internet back again. What we got here?
What happened?
It's just the laptop internet.
Okay. Well, as long as we're streaming.
Yeah, we're streaming.
Oh, I like his cue. Isn't that a nice looking little cue?
Yeah.
It's like a house cue, but fancy.
Come on. What the hell? Here, I'll just turn it off and back on.
That might be your best move.
Actually,
when does team start, Rick?
Team start at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock tomorrow.
On Friday.
Oh, Friday. Nice.
Yeah. Friday. I got the draw half done. I just got to map it all out. It's a little tricky. It's all manual, really.
Okay.
Ozzy built a Excel spreadsheet for all the math and stuff. But
okay.
All the other stuff we had to do it manually. You have to figure out how many tables you got to use, and when you want to schedule them.
Okay.
Basically, do it from the end and work my way backwards so that it fits the right way. I don't want to force people to play too much pool too fast.
Right.
And then go, oh yeah, you're not gonna play for 4 hours.
But you do it backwards because it's got to end at the right time. Because ending at the wrong time means people can't go to work Tuesday, right? Because they're playing in the tournament still.
Right.
Right. I mean, that's what you mean by work backwards, right?
So I want the finals to be back to back to back on Sunday.
Right.
So we have the women's, then the gold, then the platinum.
Right. And preferably at a reasonable time on Sunday. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Too.
So it's going to be 10 a.m., noon,
yeah.
and 2.
Yeah.
Or there might be like an hour forgiveness in there. So
Right.
3. So they're done by 5.
I think we've both been around tournaments where that Sunday match is done at midnight or something, and then people have to drive home.
That's the great thing about this format, right?
Yeah.
Is these guys are going to get to play more pool than double elimination by
Right,
far.
right.
And I can control the flow to get everybody out of here in a decent hour. It's really a cool format.
That was a great shot, David. I saw what you did there. I like it. Got his object ball out of your way. 14 in the side here, I'm going to think.
Yeah, I'm over here doodling.
And then we will see.
Trying to get...
this table looks run outable. We'll see what he ends up. The 15's not quite as easy as it looks. But I sure wouldn't call it a problem ball, don't get me wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, I respect what he's trying to do, though. He wanted to get that 12 in the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it may have been better to really focus on pocketing the 14 and just take what you get.
Internet.
Our internet here in this giant concrete building is not what it could be. All right, and this is Jim coming up. I do not know Jim's Fargo. If you're in the chat room and you know these guys Fargos, let us know. Also, if you happen to know their friends or family, let them know they're playing live right now on Bad Boys TV.
All right, I'll go back and...
Jim has a break cue that's a player's. And his favorite player is Sky Woodward.
Ah, Skyler.
Mike Fowler, Hal Chase, Ray McCano, and the Broken Shaft team. Also, Stephanie, Al, Cody, and Kathy. Those are his shouts out. Yeah, and I would say he could run these out too. Both of these guys have their balls are laying all right.
So this is all right. Here we go.
You pretty much want to use the 3 to get on the 6, so you got to get the 4
all
out
right,
of there.
There we go. Finally.
And the 7 would be a good key ball for the 8. So,
Austin.
yeah, I like what he's doing. So this is perfect. So yeah, maybe some top left to bring that cue ball down to the rail and then spin it left away from the 6. We'll see what he ends up doing. But you definitely want to leave that 7 ball for last for natural stop shot shape on the 8.
What do we got here? Is this platinum?
Yeah, platinum, right? Yeah,
division.
these guys play good.
Yep.
This is real. Do you happen to know what the Fargo range was in the platinum this year?
I don't even have a
that's
clue. Yeah, no. I want to say 595.
Okay. To 719 or whatever it is, right?
On up, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. 599, I think,
Okay,
maybe.
nice.
Close to 600.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I played a 622 that whooped my butt the other day in 9-ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or 10-ball, excuse me, in the 10-ball
yeah.
tournament. Yeah, so.
Yeah, but you were suffering from a little bit of jet lag, and
Oh, well,
Texas has been playing
those are
pool for a
excuses.
while.
That guy played good, man.
And
He did good.
Texas plays tournaments.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
a little out of practice.
But
All
those are
that yard
excuses.
work.
That guy played good.
All that yard work he's been doing.
Dude, Jesus.
Plant.
That's real.
Yeah, it's got to make room for his horses. His wife's horses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
See, I cover the mic like I'm
Like
like
I
I'm
hear
telling
it,
a
yeah.
secret.
That was pretty sweet, my friend. Nice shot,
hold,
Jim. That was
good
strong, man.
speed.
Seriously, it's nice to see that level of play here, my friend. Well done. If I have to play, you don't do that.
Cruz says maybe we need a Wi-Fi extender. I don't even know what that is, but I can tell you I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 9 computers running. One of them streaming. Actually, yeah, one's streaming. We're watching the stream with you guys on a laptop so we can follow the chat there. Mike D is keeping score.
I'm on it. You can't stop me
This time.
this time. That's an interesting break cue. What is, does he have a blue joint on his rush break cue?
Isn't that weird?
Am I crazy? Looks like a strip of painter's tape almost,
So
doesn't
Jim
it?
won the first one?
Yes, he
Change
did.
his color, man, to the light blue.
So the light blue?
Yeah, because then it matches his shirt more.
Which one
One
is the
more
light?
over.
This
There
one.
you go, yeah. Are you colorblind?
Well, he is light blue, though. He is light blue.
Okay. Well, it was showing green just
This
before
David
that.
should be black.
It is
Oh.
black. Well, you just made him blue.
Oh, Lord.
And the Bad Boys crew learning colors. Something's wrong with Mike, man.
This is not going well.
He needs water or something.
I was looking here at the colors,
Yeah,
not here.
yeah.
I don't want to talk to you guys anymore.
I've had enough.
Okay, now do you see the blue on his cue?
Yeah, no, I've never seen that. It's got blue joints on it. Interesting. Looks nice from here.
Yeah, I like it. Interesting. Oh, that was a good break.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say Stripes.
Well,
are
he's
looking
going to
pretty good.
5, so he's technically the better player.
Yes.
As long as we have this lined up right.
Well, I believe in Fargo, so I'm sure it's right.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how Summerfield's doing in this match.
Send him a text.
Hey, man.
One
how's it
day,
going?
dude. I hope I live long enough that I can look at a computer screen and see 40 tables on there. and I
Yeah,
can just
and
click
pick
on
the
the
one you
number and
want.
it goes
Yeah,
to the table,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's coming, dude.
It is coming. It's not
Things
that
like
crazy
this
anymore,
box
yeah.
right here,
Yeah.
can make that stuff happen.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
It's coming.
No, I agree.
How cool would that be to, so-and-so's tournament's going, go look at the bracket, go, oh, I want to watch my buddy.
Right.
And
right.
there's,
For
even with the
family
Lippman
members,
light,
yeah, seriously. Yep,
I mean,
they're
all
right
I
in there.
need is, this is 40-table tournament. GoPros go for what, 380, 390
yeah,
each?
yeah, you're
Let's
right.
just call it 400. 'cause
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
kick those donations, folks.
Yeah.
400 times 40.
No, that would be amazing to be able to tune in and do that.
That would be cool. As the spectator. Just live with the fact that the premier match is being commentated and all the rest are just viewers' choice.
Of course, there's only be commentating for the one, but
Yeah.
right. But you'd be able to
That'd be
watch
cool, though.
your brother play or whoever it was. You know what I mean? You'd be able to
that
check
would be
it
so
out.
cool.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Can we explain how the Fargo system works?
Yes.
But you could also go to fargo.com and get a much more detailed description. But, yeah, Fargo is basically your skill level based on wins and losses and how you play against this person and that person versus that person and this person and a spiderweb effect all over the world.
That's
it.
the
basic answer.
That's the gist of it. Yeah, the spider web part sounds simple, but it's a really important part of it. Everyone's connected, and that's how it stays accurate, even in communities where maybe lots of people don't get exposure to big games or big other players.
Right.
Anyway, and yeah, there's videos on YouTube is really the way to go to learn about it. I really believe that.
Yeah. But that's the gist.
What's up, Ronald Stock? How's it going, buddy?
Rolling. This is where the original discussion of how your family names everybody started. Shall we do that again today? We'll wait a couple of days.
I met Roland on a plane going to a pool tournament.
Yeah.
And I think it was at some point we realized that was Bill Stock's dad and that I was working for Rick Jones.
There's several Rolands, though.
Oh, is that a different one?
Well, you have Mike, which is the player.
Okay.
That you met him, too. I know you did.
Okay.
I know you've met Mike Stock.
Okay, yeah.
Which is Roland.
Okay.
Bill Stock is Roland.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't know that. I think that's the right Roland.
And then they got the goofy son, Billy, that his name's Roland, but nobody talks to him or talks about him. No, I'm just kidding. He used to work for me.
One of them has kids and a wife and seems very happy.
Both are two. Well, yeah, both of them do.
All right. Well, he seems nice. I liked him. He was getting a pool tournament in before he had a baby. His wife sent him to a pool tournament. This is Billy. All right. Billy, I want you to know that means nothing to me. I met you on a plane. It either happened or it didn't.
Billy, you still doing the trash truck in California?
Jim is running racks.
Working for the state, making bank.
Really nice. I think Jim's out here. My bet is on Jim here.
Well, the table's open.
Yeah, it really is, right? Yeah. Other than he's got to figure out something different for the 14 other than the 2-ball, but that's easy. Yeah, I like
Yes, the women have started. We just got done with the women's match before this. All the singles started at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
If you go to badboysbp.com, you'll see 3 little lines under our logo. Click on that, and then click on online brackets, and you can see what's going on.
Well said. Yeah, he's being careful. I appreciate that.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a garbage man.
Oh, no, not at all.
Bucks.
No, hey, my son's a garbage man. He loves it.
Hey, there will always be trash.
Yeah, he's making good dough, too, man. He's making more money than I ever did.
Yeah, there will always be trash.
Good union job. I'm proud of him. My uncle owned a garbage route. If you know much about that in the 70s, that's basically telling you my uncle was in the mafia. You know, I mean, that was a rough business in the 70s. Yeah. Garbage routes. You had to protect your routes.
You had the garbage route.
That was a whole thing.
The whole taxi thing.
Right, exactly. It's one of those things
the
where
medallions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He and his 2 sons, big old strong guys, and they were a force to be reckoned with their garbage route.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah. It is funny how the world has changed and then has not.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because now it's Comcast is the only cable company I can get in my neighborhood, and if I want to get a different cable company, that's too bad because Comcast has the rights to give everyone cable in that neighborhood, and or whatever cable company it is.
Crazy.
There's other things like that now.
Yeah, we've actually went to we just went screw it and we got rid of all the cable and we're just internet now because you got Hulu, Disney Plus,
we did the same
Netflix.
Thing,
I'm just sick of all the.
I think we're 4 years into cutting the cable, buddy. Yeah, we cut the cords too, and it's all internet. We pay for the nice Hulu with no commercials.
Right.
Netflix has no commercials.
Right.
I go over to my dad's house and watch commercials. I'm blown away. I don't know what to say. I mean, I haven't seen a commercial in 4 months. And they don't understand that. No, truly, I have not seen a commercial in 4 months. I really haven't.
Right.
Yeah. I want to say before we get past it, Jim, when you're watching this later, that was awesome shape on the 14 ball. I like how you did that. You had to make sure because that 2-ball's making things a little awkward. I like it.
Yeah, no, that was a good choice there.
Yeah, it really was. Now, do
you roll forward and try to shoot it
that's
down
the
here
problem.
in this bottom corner
I'm
if
afraid
it goes by the 6? Or?
No, I think he has to draw, go into the rail, and come back out.
Oh, nice. He overstroked
He overdid it. Yep.
He's all right, though. You don't have to worry about anything here.
Yeah.
Just, you would prefer not to run into the 3.
Yeah.
But me personally, I like to shoot this one with the cue ball at about 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So it goes to the rail and then spins forward and 3 rails back out to about where that 11 is now. That's the angle it appears to have to me.
I agree. Oh, I like how he hit that. That's too bad, boy. He was there. Well,
yeah, to me, with hitting it at 9 o'clock, you get to let the stroke go a little bit more, a little more comfort.
Yeah. So we got David now. I assume the 3-2 combo.
Yeah, Billy says he misses setting up tournaments. Yeah, but it will never pay as much as you're making now, dude. And there's no bennies at the end.
Eric, Fargo is in Europe, meaning there are European players that are definitely listed in Fargo, but I couldn't tell you if you went into a pool room in Europe and talked about Fargo that they would know what you're talking about. I don't know. I know here, even in America, you can go some places and mention Fargo, and they still haven't quite caught up with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the BCA Pool League is all Fargo
It's
now,
all Fargo,
and
right,
they have
right.
leagues in Paris and Australia.
Right.
I want to say 28 countries, maybe more.
Okay.
Yeah, and then all your pros have a Fargo rating.
Right.
Because Fargo went back and looked at all the data and all the tournaments.
It's nice that they had all that data.
Yeah. Well, they got a ton of data from CSI.
Yeah.
Because we've been running tournaments for 15 years,
Right,
and
yeah.
all that was in the computers,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's a ton of data. I really don't think Fargo would be where it is today without CSI's data.
Oh, I don't think so either.
You know?
I don't think so either. No.
But
Yeah. All right, so he wants to very controlled make the 7 off the 8 ball, but then the 8 ball has to go straight towards the pocket. It cannot angle towards the 11 and leave him no shot. He also can't scratch.
yeah, he hit that nice.
Yeah, good for him. He figured out how to make that all happen.
No, just a little low left spin. No, look, he's going to go high. I don't like going high. I like to me, it's like a little low and it throws it right in the pocket. I don't like
I know,
going
yeah,
high,
twist
man.
a little bit. Oh, nice shot, David.
Yep, nope. That was
All right.
all about preference there.
I'm going to mark the score because that's the right thing to do.
Okay. You want them to know, huh?
I've heard tell.
Okay. We are people friendly.
We are.
Spectator friendly we are. Whether you like it or not. You're old enough. You should. Maybe I'll get in the mood during teams. Every once in a while I like to do Bad Boys play-by-play.
Okay.
Remember the old baseball games on the radio?
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to do. But I can only do it for like 2 minutes.
And do you do it with the players in the room as they're doing stuff? Or
Just do it on the
in the
stream.
match. Okay.
I did it once. And the first time I did it, we were at the old location. And it was a little dead on the last Sunday, and there was some women that wanted to play a ring game. So I was like, okay, do a ring game. And I said, and I'll commentate. We were just having fun.
Right.
So, yeah, it was fun.
Oh, that's cool, man.
So, yeah, it's like, hey, and he pulls it back, and he strokes again. Here he goes. And he swings on through the ball. Balls are moving around the table. There goes the 2. Not quite into the pocket, but there's the stop. I miss the old guys. They still do it, but
it's not the same.
Not quite the same as, you're sitting out in the backyard and you got the little radio,
right.
and it's static, and
Yep.
yeah, I'm getting old and sentimental,
Relying on
I
them for
guess.
information. Yeah, that's a special thing, a unique thing.
When I was a kid, we'd go to the Indianapolis Indian games and have that little radio, but we didn't have no money to get in to see the game. So you're either peeking through the fence
Wow.
or you're listening on the radio to see, and it's hit long into left field. And then you start looking in the air to see if it's coming over the fence.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like how careful Jim is being. I especially when it comes to 8 ball. Sometimes you have to stare at that table. It just is, and I like his pacing. He's not moving slow. He gets to shooting, but yeah, he's taking this really seriously, and I like that.
Not bad.
He's very tan. Do you think he's a roofer?
Well, he gets outside. He's gardening, roofing,
He's doing
something.
Yeah.
Cattle wrestling.
Right. A lot of cattle here. My God.
What does the future hold for pool?
Oh.
Wow, okay, that's like a
Wow.
$5 question right
Wow.
there. Man. What's the future hold for pool? I think pool is just going to continue to grow with all the streaming. People have gotten past the I gotta smoke.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I think there's that period when they banned smoking indoors. Pool took a big hit, but now we're starting to get away from that. I think parents are being a little cooler about their kids playing pool because they can see it on the streams.
Right.
There's a more professional feel about it instead of that dark, dingy back alley action.
Yes, I agree. Yep.
That stuff's all still there, but the image is improving just by the fact that you can see it on the internet. You can see it everywhere now, right? It's not it's not that taboo secret thing. The youth of players is growing. The BF is kicking butt. The talent of the young people is. I mean, look at Filler and all those guys that can play. The Skylar Woodwards, the Billy Thorpes.
Yeah,
we didn't have that before, you know. And then the little kids. I mean, here in Texas, you got Lazarus and a 13-year-old and 18-year-old that are running over Roberto Gomez in a pro event. You know, I mean, I think the future is just going to keep getting better and better for pool.
Yeah.
I mean, the technology's awesome. Look at how much money Predator's putting into pool.
Right. Streaming's changed things dramatically.
Yeah, I think streaming and internet has really helped pool.
Yep, I agree.
I know there's a lot of guys out there to go, Facebook killed pool because I can't go gamble. Okay, the robbing is gone now. Get over it. But more people are interested in it now, so that's better. Your pocketbook, now you got to play.
Yep.
You can't just go hustle.
I like Facebook with pool in part because there's not a lot of money in pool, and you can advertise on Facebook for free. Yeah. You can connect to your whole community for free.
Yeah, it's growing.
And that is
it's
amazing.
Growing. It's funny because a lot of people will say, like you just said, there's not a lot of money in pool.
Yeah.
However,
nice shot, Jim.
There is more money in pool than there has ever been.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll buy that.
Yeah, no, the tournament director is not going to make millions of dollars, and the players aren't making millions of dollars. Right. But more money is actually moving around the pool world. Yeah. So, it's...
Look at a company like Predator. We never could have supported a company like Predator 30 years ago.
No.
You know what I mean? That's getting to be a huge
company. But there wasn't any companies like that.
No,
everybody was small.
Palmer.
And everybody was...
Yeah. Viking.
Hubler.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But those were all...
right.
In all aspects of today, that was tiny stuff.
Right. I have a good example.
Jim works with cattle. Yeah, I was right. Cattle wrestling. I was close enough.
I have a good example of how I think pool has changed, Rick.
Plus, he looks healthy.
When I was a kid, if I came into the pool hall and told somebody I hustled a drunk out of $500, I would have been a hero.
Oh, yeah.
Now in my local pool community,
now you're a piece of
most
crap.
people, if I came up to them out of the blue and said, hey, I found a drunk guy last night and I hustled him for $500, they might be polite. They might not be. But I know no matter what, when I left, they would say, wow, that was a pretty shit move that Deichmann did.
What a douche.
I didn't think he was like that. I'm surprised he's like that. I'll have to remember him.
Yeah, because I think the respect bubble is growing more and more.
Yes, of course. The
respect of the game and the talent, not so much the hustle. Yes. I think hustling is starting to die, which, me personally, I've hustled, but I think it's a good thing. I think the hustling going away is a good thing.
At the end of the day, it's tricking people out of their money, which is not the right thing to do.
You're robbing people,
Right, yes.
But like you said, when we were younger and playing, that's what you were supposed to do.
Oh, it was all we talked about.
It was acceptable.
Oh, it was all we talked about. We talked about going.
That guy can't beat me, but I got it.
We talked about going to get Goodwill clothes so we'd look bummy when we went someplace, so people think we couldn't play.
One of my favorite moves was acting like I was drunk. I'd 4 or 5 friends, and we'd all go to the bar, and they would drink, and I'd leave a couple of their empty bottles in front of me.
I knew a Hispanic guy that'd pretend like he didn't speak any English and that he was drunk, but that he had money and wanted to gamble. Yeah, and people think they were taking advantage of this guy, and he'd get them.
Or you just go sit in a pool and wait for somebody to say something like, hey, anybody want to play one puck? And you'd be like, what's that? And then go over there and just destroy him, right?
Oh, get it. Oh, nice, Jim.
Nice.
I like your game, buddy.
Yeah. A little roll forward, shoot the 8 in the side.
Yeah, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yep. Oh, really? Talking about pool movies. Mark that way. He's gonna get.
Yeah, well, I'm on.
He ain't done it yet. Talking about pool movies, I look at it this way: The Hustler was a dark pool movie.
Yeah.
The Color of Money was that hero kind of. A little dark, but it was a hero.
Less
movie.
dark though. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Pool Hall Junkies is that B-rate entertainment fun.
Yeah.
You know, as a pool player, a lot of it irritated me because it was like, yeah, come on, dude, really? Yeah. Oh, nobody would, a pro would never fall for that.
Right.
But it was entertaining, and it was that B-rate kind of entertaining.
Right.
So, what I'm looking for, and I always thought would be cool, is if somebody just did a series.
Yeah.
And it was, like, why not have a series like Cheers, but it's in a pool hall?
It's in a pool hall, yeah.
You don't have to show pool every week. Just be in a pool hall.
Yeah.
I mean, all the funny stories we've all sat around and joked and talked about.
Right. Yep.
And just, have it staged in that pool hall.
Yep.
Maybe you follow one of the characters off to a big tournament or something. Or, the Christmas special. But nobody ever tries that stuff, so.
What did they do? The Hustlers was in New York.
Yeah,
it was hard to watch. It was so fake. Yeah.
Bogus. It was just.
Yep.
You're like telling, this, that, and then you come back from a commercial break and the 5 is on the table.
Right.
I mean, it's like, okay, we're shooting the 7. What the hell?
Right.
Clearly, you guys have cropped and.
Right.
Yeah, and come on, man. I know all those people. It was just crap. And I was bummed because I was like, this could be something.
Yeah.
But that mix isn't going to work.
Right.
I mean, it's the concept was a little funky. I don't know.
The part where the guy had the list of the top shooters and you had to challenge people to get, like, I've been in pool halls all my life. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. We have an unwritten list, that's for sure. Yeah. But nobody writes down a list, and we have to challenge people.
I mean, they've had those pyramid tournament kind of things,
right?
Yeah. Where you're at the bottom and you got to challenge the guy above you. Right. There's a whole system.
Right.
It ain't some guy it wasn't the guy in New York that come up with that.
Right.
But usually those things never completed.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a cool idea. For $1, I come and I got to challenge Tim because he's one above me.
Right.
He has to accept.
Right.
Because he's in the lead, and if I win, I move up, he moves down.
Right.
And after a certain time, you take the top 10, and then they go play for all the money. It's but most people don't do that. There's so many storylines you could take with pool and do something with.
Yes.
Quit trying to make up crap.
Yeah. I like Emily Duddy. She was in that show. Nothing against her. And 2 other players.
She is adorable. Oh, okay. So Jim runs miles for fun. Yeah, he's healthier than I am. That's for sure.
Yeah, he looks like it.
I don't even want to jog to the other side of the room. Running's not my thing. I need to get in shape, but it won't be from running.
I would be the guy that if I started running would injure myself, would have my something snap, you know what I mean? Not like fall, but like my body would quit.
Yeah.
And then the doctor later would go, well, why did you think you should start running? You've never ran in your life. Your body is not prepared for that, sir. What are you doing?
Well, your story ends nice. My story is, okay, I'm going to run. I run off into the woods, snap an Achilles tendon, and die.
There's no doctor in your story, huh? Yeah. You should add a
doctor. They can't find my body. We can't look for Rick out there. How did you... I love Jennifer Beretta. She's a great person.
Me too.
That movie sucks so bad. And that shot at the end, it's another one of those damn... it's like, okay, great.
Rick,
APA got a nice commercial there.
Yeah. I couldn't even watch that movie.
Not one player of her skill level would ever even have shot that shot.
Yeah.
That ball's getting banked somewhere, or safetied at the other end. You don't kick a shot like that.
The best I can say about a lot of these movies really is that at least they tried to make a pool movie. You know what I mean? There's so few pool movies I feel like that.
Sure.
At least they tried to do something. I respect that, but geez.
Right. I hate when they try to reinvent the game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's enough awesome crap in the game.
Right.
Bring in somebody that knows something about pool.
Yeah.
And when you get to the game parts, take their advice. Don't try to create something that's Not going to happen. Well, David's got to get it going here.
9:04. Is this our last streaming match of the night? What are we doing here, buddy?
I don't know what Kenny's got. I kind of hope so. I'm tired.
I'm worn out, man. It's been a long day, my friend. I played tomorrow at 10:30. I told you that's pretty awesome. I was glad to get that break today.
Yeah.
And it worked out good, too. Summer and I have a different schedules. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that he can go play now and not have to worry about it. Yeah.
Till you guys sync up. Well, he's going to have to play better than he has to.
Well, hey, listen, let's be right. I was out in two. Mike D I was out in two in the first tournament.
To travel that far and then play pool the next day is pretty brutal.
I know. I just don't like excuses. I could have done better. I didn't. I'm hoping to do better for 8-ball. I'm feeling like I'm in stroke right now a little bit more. And I prefer 8-ball. So, I'm feeling good about it.
I can't imagine, for any of these players at this tournament that, there was a 3-week requirement. But if you haven't played league or any kind of competitive pool over the last year, how tough a tournament would be, dude.
It's tough, yes.
Just a couple on the league nights. Yeah, that's not a lot,
I have a hard time bringing my tournament intensity to anything but a tournament. I can try, but it's hard.
Right.
The only time I'm really that serious and intense is during an actual tournament. So, yeah, it's hard for me to, this is the first time I felt this intense in a long time since Worlds, since I was at Worlds with you,
Yeah. It's like trying to crank over an engine that's been sitting for a while.
Right, exactly. Yep. But I'm going to get there,
What's up, Dante? How you doing, man? You been out fishing?
I like Freddie Prinze Jr. I don't remember that movie, but I did like that guy. Oh, I'm sorry, Cruz. I feel you, man. It's that year, dude. Yeah, Cruz, it's that year. A lot of people have that story. We're getting over some issues right now. I keep saying we're like a traumatized kid right now. Everybody needs to talk quiet and be real nice to us. Be real sweet.
Yeah, be gentle.
Be gentle. Yeah, if you see me doing something wrong, just don't say anything. Ignore it. Give me a little bit. I'm trying to recover here.
Just turn off the lights.
Right, exactly.
I'll calm down.
Just talk real quiet. Put on something nice on TV. This is not a time to watch Law and Order.
Just a little twitchy. That was a nice shot right there.
That was a nice shot. Yeah, I like this kid's game.
Yeah, no.
I've seen lots of people here I don't want to play. He might be one of them.
Yeah, there's some good players.
There are some good players, man.
A lot of strong players.
That junior Rick, I love his stroke, man.
Oh, Junior Waco?
I don't know nothing about that kid, but I watched him play for 8 minutes.
He can play.
And then I figured out what his Fargo was, and I'm like, dude, I'm impressed, my friend.
Yeah.
Nice kid, too.
Yeah.
Wearing a bad boy shirt. He obviously likes you guys.
Yeah. I've known him for a long time.
Nice. You mentioned Alaska with him, right?
We played Alaska together,
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a real junior come in and play.
No, that's cool, man.
Now he's got a kid that I think he said is turning 20 or
oh my gosh.
Holy crap, I'm old, dude. I don't want to hear that.
Isn't that crazy? Yep. My son's 27, and I got to keep remembering. I keep being, well, that's very close to 30. Are you sure? Really? Oh, my God. Right?
Like, damn,
what
man.
are we doing?
I should have never had a child at 12.
Oh, my God. At 12, yeah. Well, he sure is a good kid. You've done a good job with him, man.
He sure loves to debate.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Yeah.
I think I'm responsible for that fighter attitude. I love it.
I think so too.
Yeah. Sometimes I have to tell him to take a break from it, dude. Don't do it all the time. It'll start wearing on you too.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's good advice.
I think that's why I got really into pool, because that was like I could fight somebody at the table.
Yeah.
And get rid of all that aggression.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I used to like to spar with people too in my youth.
Yeah.
So I got on the pool table, and my fighting days mellowed out pretty quick. Really.
Yeah.
First 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, especially those first few years where you were allowed to drink and play pool. It was a little dangerous for a while.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you were in Alaska for some of that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's some rough and tumble stuff right there.
Yeah.
Well,
So I moved to Alaska. I was 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, we got pretty rough up there.
I imagine so.
The good old days.
So I got to say, if Jim can make a ball right now, he's out. But he's got to make the first ball. I think it's going to be the 13 in the upper corner.
You think so?
Left-hand side,
The 13,
yeah.
12's not wired, or 10's not wired into the
Oh,
side?
you know what? You're right. Maybe the combo's a better way to go.
I think it
you're
is,
right,
and
sir.
he can just shoot
I
a
think
stop.
You're right. Yep.
All he's got to do is make a brush that ball.
Yep.
I think it goes right in the side.
You're right. So at that point, then he's going to want to make sure not to hit the 8.
Yeah, shoot straight into the 13. Stop the cue ball right there. He can shoot the 12, roll over here to get on the 14.
I see. So don't even slide past it. Just stop.
Maybe
shot.
drift just a little, like a little poke. Yeah, see, I don't think he needed to do that.
Once you said that, I think you're right, Rick. I think he could have done a stop shot.
Now you shoot a follow the 6-in shot.
Well, I would say chess-wise, yeah, you definitely have to do a 12-6 combo now.
Make the 12 follow the 6-in.
Yeah, try that. But if anything, get that 6 in and then leave the cue ball.
If you don't want to do the 12, you can shoot the, 14 on the side there?
Yeah.
You can do the same with the 14.
Yes, you
Because
could.
if it doesn't go, it's going to block the pocket on the 3, and you can pull the cue ball behind the 12 and 8.
Yep.
That would be my shot. And I don't like shooting a 13 because it's an easy jump to make the 6 from just about anywhere.
Yes, exactly.
So take the 6 out of the game.
Yep.
A lot of people don't do that follow a ball in that's blocking the pocket, but this is not a tough shot here at all.
Sometimes the strategy of 8 ball gets lost a little bit. We'll see what he does. At his age and the skill level I've seen him play, he knows he has to take the 6. That's going to be my guess. The question I'm having is, do you leave it right there so he has to bank? Do you chance drawing it back? Because that'll leave him the cut on the 3 if you don't get a hook.
Well, you just draw back to try to put it behind the 12. Because that's the speed that's going to put that ball right in the jaw.
If he was using the 14, you mean? Yeah, if he did it with 14. Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I'm wondering how he goes about it. I'm going to assume he's doing a combo.
I think he's going to shoot the 12, but I like the 14 better. Okay, you have to make sure the 12 is rolling forward when it hits that 6. Just like that. There you go.
Wow. Great shot, Jim. Well
Perfect
done,
ball
friend.
speed on the cue ball to force a bank if you didn't make it.
This is a big game for Jim, man. He only needs 4.
That was a great shot.
Yeah. He put David in a world of hurt if he can get this last game. He'll be on the hill, and David will need 4 more games.
Yeah, and David's been just a little off. He shouldn't have missed the 6. There was another shot earlier that he got a little out of whack on.
Good shot, Jim. This guy can play, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Jonathan Winters was Fats, and Jack Klugman was the guy who was the pool player. Yeah, and then the rub was when Jack Klugman beat him, he had to go to, what is eternal hell, damnation. Not hell, though. The in-between place. Anyway. and Winters got out.
Who's our favorite to win the tournament? Whoever plays the best and behaves the best.
It's hard to say with the Fargo handicap tournament. You know, it's not quite as easy to say sometimes.
I don't ever pick a favorite. I don't like picking people to win.
Well, your favorite is me, but that doesn't mean you might think I win.
True story.
All right, so Jim.
They said favorite to win.
Okay, I'll buy that then. All right. So Jim, you are on the hill, my friend. Now, here's the thing I'm always curious about with people: strategic bathroom breaks. Purgatory. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Bathroom break strategically. Do you take a break now if you're David? Do you take a break now if you're Jim? Do neither guys take a break?
If I'm Jim, I don't take a break. I'm David. I got to get a break right now.
Right, you're itching to hit the brakes, right?
It's gotta wash the hands. I gotta cool you off a little bit.
Right.
Gotta regroup my stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they have dummies like me that take a break when I have to pee.
Right.
That's my strategy.
Sometimes
I gotta go
just
potty.
Dance. Sometimes you just dance.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta hang on. I'm in a roll. I'm on a roll.
Yep.
I'm on a roll.
Give me a minute. right. Well, I guarantee you, Jim can break and run 8-ball rack on a bar table, and he's done it many times in his life. He would really like to do it now.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's feeling pretty comfortable. The minute this table came available, he jumped on it and was hitting balls.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
He was ready. He was focused. Oh, normally that goes.
Oh man!
Wow.
Right, well,
normally that ball goes when those two kiss
yep,
at the top.
right,
at least one of them goes.
All right, so David's getting back at the table. He's ready to pull this bout, come back on this guy, at least get to Hill and make him fight for it.
It can happen.
Yep.
Come on, people, hit the like button. 114 watching and only 8 likes.
Yes, please.
Keep the sponsors happy so we can continue bringing you free streams.
When is the correct etiquette? It has to be your turn, Cruise 1955. Anytime that it's your turn, you can take a break. And that would include, to me, in between racks, if it's your opponent's break, I don't think you should take a break until he breaks and it's your turn. And then I know that seems a little weird.
Yeah,
but then you take a break.
Right now, David should take a break.
Yes, see, that's right, exactly. You break and then go to the bathroom and think about the layout.
Yeah.
Yep.
You look down and go, oh, man, I got to go to the bathroom.
But technically, same with cigarette breaks when you're gambling. You know, technically, it's got to be your turn for you to do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it could be a shark move.
Yeah. I had a Buddha was a hell of a player.
Okay.
And he told me, he says, if it's not rolling your way, man, even if you don't have to go to the bathroom, just take a break, go wash your hands. He says, you must wash your hands. That's the breaker. The water on your hands just... It takes the focus of all the mess.
Gets the mojo away or whatever. Yep. Yeah.
And he was right.
Yeah.
Anytime I got into a funk, I'd go wash my hands, come back, and I played better.
Yep.
Didn't always win, but I played better.
Yeah. Yeah, David definitely wants to be careful here. This is not a great rack, and he wants to...
Well, and he's at the disadvantage.
Yeah.
Big time. Jim can free stroke now.
Yeah, he really can, can't he?
Yeah.
He could spend these next 4 games just trying to run out from everywhere. As long as he makes it one time, he's good.
Yeah.
You know,
he's got at least 2 free swings.
He could be a Mass A champion as far as he's concerned. It's all, you know, nothing's off the table.
Basically, he's got 2 free swings.
He does,
It's alternating breaks. So, you know, until it's 3-3, I'm not even sweating this match.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I agree, man.
You still play smart. I'm not saying get stupid. Still play smart,
of course.
But you're more likely to go for the shot when it's an iffy save than going ahead and playing the save.
Yeah, I will say I thought that was a pretty smart shot that David shot. He didn't break everything up. He really has to be careful. He doesn't want to make this easy for Jim. And I like that.
Jim plays good, so and Jim's comfortable.
Yeah, Jim has showed him, but you want to be careful with me, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he is, and I respect that. He left that 10 sitting on the 5, you know, and all that.
Yeah, and he was left a 9 buried up. And
Yep. Now, if he gets a chance, if he could knock that 2 ball in front of the 9, that would be a good little move.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes when the music picks up, you can see people's feet in the background dancing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I know this is gonna seem crazy, but I've tried to lay the music out in a pacing mode. So if you listen to the songs, you'll hear about every 6th song is a slower song.
Okay.
So I kind of got slow songs. So I started kind of slow and then build up to some good rock and roll.
Okay.
And slower back down.
Okay.
Back up.
Really?
Yeah, because if you go out here and you just play fast-paced, heart-pounding.
Right.
People get rowdy.
Okay.
Now, I'll tell you another secret. I know everybody's going to go, what a sexist pig, but I'm telling you right now it works. If the women are running behind, like in the old days when it was like race to 5 or whatever, there wasn't Fargo, any of that stuff. And everybody's like, oh, the women are playing slow.
Right.
I'd speed them up by putting on Christina Aguilera or Pink.
Okay. Right.
Because it's empowering.
Well, it's like
music.
singing in the car and you end up going faster.
And they would pick up and play a little quicker.
Right.
Yeah, we put probably too much thought into our tournament sometimes.
I never did find out for sure. I know some places it's legal during Scotch to talk to each other. Some places it's not. What are you doing here?
Open communication.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing though. The non-shooting player has to be sitting at the table or behind the table.
Yeah, they can't gain an advantage or a view that they.
Yeah, I get it.
Yep. That was another one of my rules.
No, you're good at that ref stuff. I don't think people realize how much you have to do with the ref stuff.
Well, the thing is with Scotch, we all cheated. We all had a code.
Right.
We all had a sign.
I was just telling Summer that today. Yeah.
We all did it.
Right.
And when I quit becoming the player and I became a tournament director and a referee, I started thinking to myself, we had 2 issues with Scotch. You have people cheating. I know they're cheating. I was one of them.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. And that's not right. And a lot of matches take too long. Well, why do matches take too long? Well, sometimes a partner has played the game for this pattern.
Right.
And then their partner went the other way.
Right.
Because they couldn't tell them, no, don't do that. Right? And why not just level the playing field?
Right.
We're cheating.
Right.
I don't want who cheats the best to have the best advantage. Just tell, hey, you want them to shoot the 6, tell them to shoot the 6.
Yeah. Yep.
Because half of them are doing it anyway.
Right.
Right?
No, I agree.
So by opening up communication, now they're both on the same page.
Right.
And now the cheater ain't got no advantage now.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
And what we discovered, I started testing it with some friends. I was like, hey, you run tournaments, run a Scotch tournament, race to this, and tell me how long, and time all the matches. And we knocked 35% of the time off.
Wow.
Right out of the gate.
Wow,
as
really?
New,
Yeah.
And, nationals, we used to schedule Scotch doubles back in, right when I started doing it. Scotch doubles was scheduled at 2.5 hours, race to 4. And you wouldn't believe how many matches would run even longer.
Wow, yeah.
Because they're trying to signal each other or make shooting the wrong shots.
Yep.
And I think it makes the players better.
Yeah.
Right? The weaker player can learn from the better player, and the better player can learn something from the weaker player.
Right. I think that's an important dynamic to understand in this Scotch that we're often talking about. There often is a player who's much better than the other player.
Right.
Which leads me to what I notice happens when you can't coach. The lesser player freezes up and stands there and stares at the table.
Because they think that you want them to do something.
And they don't know what to do,
and they have no idea
They're
what
like
to do.
a kid when you're trying to get them to do a math problem, they're pretending to think because they just don't know and they can't figure it out. So they just stand there trying to have a thinking look on their face and they're not really thinking.
Signal.
Yeah, you see, you end up with opponents who are standing there staring at the table. They don't even really know what they're looking at anymore. They just know that they don't know what to do. And
and the pressure's on.
Yeah, so I think it saves a lot of time.
Well, not only that, so now we scheduled it 2 hours and we hardly ever run over.
Right. And I want to say to the code thing, I think people need to understand there's not many things you have to tell your opponent in pool. Play safe, stop what you're doing, think about it, go for it. If you have just 3 or 4 codes, you've pretty much covered everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Safety. Just, oh my God, stop what you're doing and playing safety code. That's half the battle right there. Right, exactly. If you could just be like, oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, come on. We, the smart players, I would go over and aim what I wanted them to shoot next.
Yes, of course,
right?
Yes.
Now,
before you shot your shot,
sure,
yes.
But you can't call that cheating because I'm looking to see where I want the cue ball to be.
Right.
And then if I don't get it there, and they go up there and they go, I just, or tap my stick on the, or tap something on the table even 4 times means shoot the damn 4 ball.
Even looking happy or unhappy can have an effect on things. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm sitting there shaking my head at what you just said. You're getting the point.
Another one? Kenny.
Oh, I don't know. Michael's tired. I got a 10 o'clock match tomorrow.
Yeah. Might put Boombox on. See when he's playing again.
All right. I'd appreciate it, man. I think this is my last one before I.
Or we might just record it and put it up later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's. Yeah, I had all those codes. I mean, I played with a player. If I didn't leave them straight in, they couldn't make the ball.
Ugh.
And we won state tournaments.
Wow.
Because it's like, okay, look, if you don't get this signal, you play it safe.
Right.
One time, the other team played it safe, and my partner had so much confidence in my game. They played it safe, and she's like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and she goes, and I go over to the rail. There was rail around, the table. It was a pool hall.
Right.
And Bonnie's sitting there, and they said, go over there, and you tell her, stand where the cue ball is, looking at the 8-ball. Tell her to hit the second diamond with high left-hand English and call whatever ball in the lower left-hand corner. Right? And Bonnie goes to the bathroom, and then my partner comes back and says, ball right here. Turns, just swings away, right? Nails the shot perfect, and it goes in, right? And I'm like, I can't believe you shot that. She goes, I trust you. She said, I didn't even know how many rails I was going to hit. I just shot what you told me to. It's like, so my experience. I was like, I want the rules to be in a way that we can eliminate the cheating,
right?
Level the playing field, and let the skill be the skill.
Yep.
Now, some people will argue, well, that cheating was a skill, but it was just cheating.
Well, the problem was not everybody was doing it, so it was giving some people an advantage and other people not an advantage.
Sure, because the rule is not to cheat. So, do you really want to say it's okay to do something that's not against the rule?
And at some point, honestly, I stopped worrying about whether it's cheating or not, and I don't like the fact that it's not an even playing field.
Right.
Which I know is because of cheating, but really, it's not like they're breaking somebody's legs to win or something. I can live with it. But let's just figure out we can all do that. I have a ridiculous thing that I want, and I know it's ridiculous, but I want to limit coaching to 7 words. So that instead of meetings about the importance of pool and staying down, you can just say, play safe on the 7-ball, please. Don't bank that, dude. No, cut it. That's what I want coaching to be. I have seen so many meetings.
I don't want to get an account, though.
No, I know. That's why it's ridiculous. That's why it's obviously ridiculous.
I like the idea,
but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's just, dude.
Can you enforce it?
Yeah. If you're sitting there with your arm around your opponent, muttering and having a 2-minute conversation, that was not what we meant by coaching. I really believe that.
So the open communication is still supposed to happen in 45 seconds. That's the shock.
Right.
So here's the thing I hate the most about pool players is you go out there and you play a match, and I wish everybody could get this in their head. So you go out and you play a match, and let's just say we're talking about the open communication.
Right.
You got 45 seconds to do it. There's a reason for that. It's because a tournament has to be on schedule.
Right.
You can't slow play to shark your opponent. You can't do all this other stuff, right?
Right.
But for some reason, the people that aren't doing the crime won't tell a referee that the other people are doing the crime. And then who knows until it's too late, you find out, I'm up here running a tournament. I know your match should be done in an hour and a half, but at an hour and a half, you're still playing. And send a ref over and go, hey, why are they still playing over there? What's the score? And then they go, it's 2-0.
Right.
Now I want to kill somebody.
Right.
Why is it only 2-0?
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Our teammates went and took a 20-minute smoke break, and then they take 3 minutes a shot. And it's like, okay, but you got to let somebody
tell
know.
somebody that, yeah.
You can't come cry to me that you're getting robbed and cheated. And
you
sharp,
never said anything
and you
to
didn't
the
let
dude.
me know.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't see what's going on at every table.
Right, exactly.
It's the same thing with people not putting other people on the clock. Well, I wanted to give them extra moment. Okay, all you're doing is screwing everybody behind you.
Right.
Because let's say we say the forfeit window is 15 minutes, and at 3 o'clock comes and he's not there, and you don't tell nobody.
Right.
And then 20 minutes later, then you're like, Oh, here he is. Now you're 20, 25 minutes late because he's got to put all his stuff together.
Right.
So now you're 25, 30 minutes behind on your match.
Right.
And that'll be the player later in the tournament go, why is this tournament running so far behind?
Hey, congratulations, buddy. Good job, man. Good for you, man.
Did you win a game?
What's that?
When do you play again?
For the next 2 days.
When do you play again?
I think tomorrow morning. Pretty sure. You want to jump off there?
What time?
I don't know.
Oh, my Lord. Does this guy know anything, or is he so excited that he won a match that he just, his brain went, bro?
You know what I'm waiting for is the tournament staff to update the bracket. So
Ruh-roh.
I'm guessing if you plug it in your phone.
Holy shit. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Ooh.
At 9 a.m.? Wow. I may give you a
Who's
ride.
laughing now?
I may give you a ride here and drop you off and go back and get ready, bro. Yeah, man.
He could ride in with us if he's playing at 9 a.m.
Oh, yeah, I can just ride with these guys.
Hey,
If that works time-wise, yeah. If that works time-wise, that's fine. But if it's a hassle, I can bring you, bro.
That's thinker. We'll have to be here at 8.
Great.
You're probably going to want to hit balls anyway.
Yeah, first one in.
I can bring you if you want me to bring you, man.
You won't be the first one in. There'll be a line out front.
I'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I'm saying, man. Okay. I'm saying.
Ah.
Oh, no. Get it. All right. So, yeah, this is a funny little rack, yeah, and David, I've been here, buddy. He's just trying to maintain control, you know what I mean? He's just trying to, he's like, man, I know I can come back on this guy, but I just have to do it one game at a time.
Well, here
and
you
then
go,
he's got
right
this
here.
silly 9-ball stuck down here, and it's, it's tough.
I'm swinging at it right now.
Yes.
You
yes.
have to.
Yes,
I mean,
you have to. Yes.
Jim playing too good. I can't.
Yes.
I can't risk not getting that broke out. There you go. Boom. Stay up. Stay up. There you go. Oh, that's really good, actually.
It's
Except
unfortunate
for
about
you-
where the 2-ball landed.
A little too heavy.
Yeah.
A little softer, and you'd have been great.
Boy, you play enough 8-ball after a while, you hate touching another ball because that
Oh,
other
yeah,
ball
yeah.
immediately goes and glues to the 8-ball or
Well,
one
that's
of your
why
other
you play
balls.
a lot
you
of
know?
straight pool.
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
you're right.
So you learn
No,
how to
you're
break
right.
out packs and not cause that.
Yep. And some breakouts really are counterintuitive too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
And that's
you
where
know, I
straight
mean,
pool really helps.
I think that's why men are better pool players than women as a whole. Is because men grew up playing all the different games.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The women haven't yet.
Yeah.
But they're coming.
Right.
So straight pool teaches you how to break out balls and not time back up.
Yeah. Yes. Right.
Right?
Right.
One pocket teaches you how to be patient and move around.
Yep.
Rotation teaches you things. Every game teaches you something
Yep.
that you can use with the other game. And for a long time, the women didn't play the other games.
Yeah.
I love to see top-end women players play one pocket or straight pool.
I
find
believe
it to be really interesting.
I believe that
Ooh, wow.
young boys are better at competing with each other in almost an angry way, but then being best friends right afterwards. I think girls have a harder time doing that, and I think year after year after year after year of us competing hard against each other makes us better at things like pool. I think
Sure,
girls have a hard time still being friendly but competitive, and I think boys
Right,
are more
it's tough to
comfortable
be
doing that.
it's tough to be vicious
Yes, exactly.
and friends.
And I think over the
for-
years that means that boys improve where girls, because of politeness, just improve
in
less.
general,
Yes. I don't think there's any physical reason why they're not as good.
No,
but I do believe
and
that
then not playing the other games.
My 27-year-old son, we'd take him and his buddy camping. They'd spend the whole week competing on who could do the trampoline the highest, who could ride
It's
the
always a
fastest, who could swim the
competition.
longest. Everything was a competition.
Everything.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
In a friendly yet very intense kind of a way.
Nice shot.
We know two young female pros that I don't want to name who are hesitant to gamble with each other because they're friends and they don't want to get that serious. Where I feel like in the male version of that world, yeah, they play $5 a game just for the hell of it, and that's what they do Saturday nights. You know, I mean, they love to gamble, and yeah. They control it by not playing for $20,000. Yeah. Guys control it by playing cheap. Well, I mean, you know what I mean? But
look at your professional MMA fighters and stuff. They have gyms where 20 or 30 people are they're all a group together, but they'll beat the crap out of each other to get better.
Right, and that's how they. Yeah.
I don't see women doing that. Yeah. I mean, I know there are some, and there's always the exception.
And I think more and more as time goes on, it's getting more common, yes.
Yeah, well, and as, I mean, unfortunately for women, they haven't been given the sporting opportunities that men have their whole lives, right?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, and, honestly, I think that's part of the problem with society today. Just think about it. When we were growing up, there was football, there was baseball, there was every sport you could think of at school.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of the schools have cut a lot of those programs.
No, I agree.
So you never learn to scrap with your friends or get that social.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And now everybody hides behind a damn computer and socializes that way.
Right.
And they never learn to deal with each other. So when an issue pops up, I'm baffled at the everyday mass shootings. I mean, I used to kid when it first started. I was like, whatever happened to the day when you'd go beat the crap out of somebody? You didn't want to kill him because I want to be able to beat the crap out of him next time too.
Right.
Right? Because he needs to learn.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's pretty morbid with the life that's going on right now. But, yeah, I think sports have a lot to do with the mentality of people today too.
No, I agree.
Sports aren't everything.
Yeah.
But a lot of those social things are gone.
I was just going to say, but you take enough of those table legs out from underneath the table and it falls, you know what I mean? Yeah. Sports is one of those props, and you take enough of those props. Right, exactly. Community centers.
We're not teaching people to do things together.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad. I hate driving across the country and you see in the middle of summer see a beautiful baseball field, and nobody's on it. Yeah. When I was a kid, in the summer, we eat breakfast and went out the door by 8:30, and you had to be home by dark, and sometimes I was late.
We were on our bikes all day long, same kind of thing, Yep. All right, now I got to say, David, this is a big shot here.
Yeah, so far he's played really good this game, smart.
Yep.
He's made some really good shots. He's got the 8-out over.
Jim is hoping for one more shot, and he just got it.
Yeah, he over.
So let's see. Now, sometimes in this position, it can be really hard to even make 4 balls to get out because you're a little nervous. So we'll see how Jim handles the situation.
Like I said before, the first game of a set and the closing out the set are the toughest 2 games to win.
Now they get pissed and just shoot you. Yeah, old man Ferguson, you got a point.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that experience, the experiment where they put too many rats in a cage and crazy things started happening because of population? I think we're starting to get a little wacky. I think these kids are a little crazier than they used to be too. I think there's some wackiness factored in.
Yeah, I mean, now everybody does the X Games stuff, right? And look at the camaraderie there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's right now, the world's a scary place.
Yes,
just
sir.
in general,
yes, sir.
Just the attitude of people. I don't want to get political, but we all need to be brothers and sisters way more than we need to be.
Been a rough year. Yep.
Yeah. I live in a society, not an economy.
It won't be because he rushed. That's right, old man Ferguson. Yeah, well, I respect that.
Well, this is critical here.
Yep.
I mean, I don't want him to take too long because you think too long, you think wrong. But
that you talked earlier about watching yourself play on the stream and things you can learn. I learned that watching myself on the stream. I have a pace where I do much better. And if I change that pace, both fast or slow, things are about to go wrong. And when I watch my matches and my pace changes, I'm like, oh, no. Things are about to go bad.
That's just a mental thing, man. It's just,
All right. Well, I don't know. On this shot, you can do kind of extreme draw and right-hand English and come around the 8, long railed, bottom rail back up.
I'm two railing.
Or you could just kind of one rail it straight across, but then the scratch becomes an issue.
Yeah,
and you got to punch the hell out of it.
Probably gonna two rail. Just
I would
because
two rail
of where
it
the
too.
8 is.
I love what the spin does on that second bottom rail. It
Yep.
takes it right over to the 4 ball. You know, you
Right.
don't really even have to hit it that good, just hard enough, and it's gonna
Right.
zing on over to that 4 ball off the middle rail.
Yeah. Yep. Problem with thinking long is usually that means you're not confident or you're doubting yourself.
It's an indication of other issues.
And you've
yeah.
played enough pool, you know what to do. Here,
Right.
Right.
Yep.
So
Sometimes I will look at a shot and I will say, if I was in my garage right now, what would I do?
Yeah.
And then I always know the answer. Basically, always know the answer. You know, well,
Yeah.
I just do that. It'd be all right. Well, then
Yeah.
do that now. It's
Yeah.
still the answer, dude.
yeah. And that's what they mean when they talk about the pros keeping their stuff together.
Right. Doing their thing no matter what.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what you're supposed to do here. Your
Yeah.
instincts know what to do.
Right,
You've hit enough
right,
balls. You've
right.
played enough games.
Yeah, just do it.
Yep, that's what you do right there. Just got to do it. All right, he's talked himself into it. There you go.
He went one rail.
Yep, he hit it perfect too.
He
well,
did,
almost
boy.
too good.
Yeah, almost too good, but he's
Yeah.
just a tiny bit off, so he'll be all right, I believe.
All he's got to do is, I'm not even sure I'd try to draw it back. I might
Honestly,
just
with the
shoot and
12
stop.
sitting there, why even? You know, normally you'd draw it back so you wouldn't scratch, but at this one, yeah, especially since the 4's sitting on the rail, God forbid you transfer a vibration onto that 4 ball
Yeah.
and it rolls off a little bit.
Yeah. Just like that.
Just like that, yeah.
Yeah. You could see he was putting a little spin on there, too.
Yeah, honestly, I think if we rewind that, he's physically a little off balance. He almost, no, not really off balance, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's too bad, Jim.
Yeah, he was a little too close on the rail, and
Yeah,
you know, he
that's
put
too
some
bad.
backspin on that instead of just a poke,
Yes.
dead
yes,
center
yes,
poke, or
yes,
even like
yes.
one tip dead center
Yes.
and just poke it.
Well, there is a man inside of David tap dancing right now. He's so
Woof.
happy.
Yeah, good thing he missed
This
that.
is that hand grenade stuff, man. These tables, right? You touch them and they just go. You said that to me years ago about in tournaments the tables are like hand grenades, and that's why people think they're all fast. And
Yeah.
you're right, man. Yeah, you kind of do it to yourself.
Well,
Nice shot, Dave.
only 3 more to go.
Pool is cool.
I would never play pool if somebody took 5 minutes a shot.
Ah.
We had a female pro that lived up in Alaska, and she played so slow. So slow, man. And you know, I would start watching somebody else game in between shots and then wait for her to get done and then get up and go, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And one time, a player wanted to put her on the shot clock, and he was kind of a jerk about it.
Okay.
It was his attitude. He could have just said, hey, would
Right.
like to put her-
But
But he made a show of it. And she's like, fine, put me on the clock. I said, well, I was going to because you were taking too long, you know. She ends up winning the tournament. She played
Oh, my God,
so
really?
good. Yeah. She's like, I just got to play faster. I'm like, yes, you do. And she said, yeah, she played way better when she played just normal speed.
Right.
Yeah, no, he plays good. I'm not picking on his ability. But if you go back and watch this match, you'll see, you know, there's a couple times where he played a little slower than he needed to. I'm not complaining.
You take a turn?
Sure. I'll jump in. Somebody wants to jump out. You want off or Rick, you want off?
It don't matter to me. Here.
It don't matter to me.
It took too long. Don't even say bye to the people, please.
This is Rick Jones back with Bad Boys TV. Let's get back to that discussion about why men are never mind.
Thank you, Rick Jones, for joining us. That was very nice.
That was awesome. Did he tell some stories?
He did.
Good ones?
He did. Yes, he did. Yeah, they're
Nice.
always good ones. Yeah. I think after this, out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to get some sleep.
Me too. I'm ready to eat my leftovers from our restaurant
Ooh,
excursion last night, man. I got steak sitting in the fridge.
What'd you think of barbecue?
The brisket meat that I ate was very good,
Yeah.
and I really appreciated that they kind of changed their plan a little bit.
Yeah.
Truck stop tacos with jalapenos was not going to work for me, and I wasn't willing to be polite and nod along with it. It's okay. Just don't I don't want you to waste money buying me food I'm not going to eat.
That totally
I ain't
makes
eating
sense.
that, so don't buy it for me. You know.
What about the Philly? Did you see the Philly Dwayne had? Like thin sliced steak and peppers and onions.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat that.
You wouldn't eat that?
No, not really.
I'll be darned.
Not really.
All right. Well, he knows
If my
what he
wife
likes.
made it for me, I'd make it. But she ain't here. You might have noticed that. So
She
no.
didn't make it. It's
She
true.
didn't make it. No, so I'm going for a cheeseburger. It's like I told Bonnie, if you get any kind of meat and some sort of potatoes, I'll be really happy.
Yeah.
Just make that happen. And I was fine with the noodles. We didn't get potatoes, but we got noodles. Worked out great for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Macaroni
great.
and cheese and meat, I'm a happy guy.
Happy camper.
I'm actually easy to please.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Just they've just got very distinct parameters. I was standing next to the guy who was giving Bonnie a hard time last night around Bonnie and was just like, they handicapped this thing. That's why nobody's here. And he's like, and I told her, yeah, that's why. And she's like, no, it isn't. And he's like, man, if they don't just play a straight tournament, nobody's going to show up to this thing. And I was like, oh, they did that. It was on Monday. It was called the Open.
Right.
Those are open tournaments.
Right.
That's how that works.
Right.
And he's just like, he didn't get it. It was pretty funny. He did not seem to be a fan of me. What can you do? I understand.
Not much, man.
I had to give the guy a game earlier. I thought it was going to go 2-2.
Okay.
But I ended up getting out of that game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good for you, man.
thank you.
Yeah, I'm
You
itching
start
to
at
play.
10:30?
10:30, yeah.
10:30.
10:30, yeah. You're at 9?
9 a.m. Yep. So, yeah, I think get out of here, get some rest.
Dude.
I think it's going to be – I'll just ride over with these guys, and I'll be ready to roll.
All right. As long as you're good, dude.
I don't want to interrupt the dude's routine, you know?
My one concern would be that because you want to warm up a little bit before, if you didn't get here at 8, you'd get here at 8:30. You know what I mean? It's not like I can't save you that much time, unfortunately.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
or I'd probably kind of insist that you let me bring you. It's 8 minutes away from where we're staying. But,
Yeah.
but like I say, because it's really probably just about a 30-minute difference.
Oh, yeah. And I definitely do want to hit some balls.
Yeah. Jim is playing great. David's playing good too, but Jim is really, really trying hard to beat this guy. He is the lower ranked player, obviously, Fargo-wise.
Looks like Jim tried to slide through there. This is Jim at the table?
This is Jim at the table here.
Okay.
No, and he's been playing great.
And just didn't quite get through there. I think that 15 cuts by. What do you think?
I think it cuts by, and furthermore, I think the cue ball goes into the long rail and down to the short rail for shape on the 12, underneath the 7.
Oh, you're saying he draws off the 15.
No, I'm saying off the 15 he uses a little bit of left, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, no, I think he can just cut it in and hit the 7, maybe even. Yeah, let's wait and see.
He's back cutting it. Sorry, I was
That's
cutting
what
the
I mean.
upper
Yes, I'm
left-hand
sorry.
corner.
He's back cutting it to the right.
Got it.
Yes, and I think he's going to get that 7 out of there and have shape on the 12.
I think you're probably right.
Let me go ask him.
I think there is a pocket on top of that 7 ball. Wow, perfect. That couldn't be much better.
That was pretty strong.
He's got a tricky little leave here on the 14.
Yep. Oh, definitely.
Do you try and just punch around this?
I am probably going to come up. I would try to come up between the 8 and the 14, so I was cutting the 14 in.
Yep.
I like getting to that level because any higher I might hook myself on the 5 ball, and there's just no point in it. I'm capable of cutting down that rail, so who cares? Are these guys pros? Not quite. They're so bored they're talking about everything else but the game. Well, I mean, there's only so much you can say. I
That's
think
not
he's
the
going to hit
case.
the blue ball in the corner. Different patterns in case he misses. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so these guys are they're in the middle bracket. They're in the gold bracket. So that is the middle Let's see, the platinum.
I
is
believe
the
they're
top-
platinum. I thought they were platinum. Let me see.
Are
here.
they? Should say P. This is P.
Yeah, platinum. Yeah,
So
platinum.
these
division.
are players that are in the top 20% of the Fargo rated players that enter this
that
event.
enter the tournament, exactly.
Whereas players like me are in the gold division. So that is the middle 40% of the players that entered this tournament. And then there's the gold division. Sorry, the silver division.
Yeah. So
Platinum,
three
gold,
divisions.
silver. Yeah.
3 divisions for singles.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
And that's the bottom 40%. I think there's 64 in the gold, 64 in the silver, and 32 or 34 in the platinum.
That sounds right. So he came up short on that. I think if he gave him 10 tries, he could definitely cut that in, and maybe less than that. It's a bank also. I don't see great safeties. I mean, you could leave the cue ball in the middle of the bottom rail.
I really like just
doubling
firing
at the
this cut.
5-2. I definitely think he needs to attempt to make the 14. If he's a banking son of a gun, then he can bank it. If he's a cut guy, then cut it.
If you can pocket speed bank this and get in the way of the 7 if you miss, for sure.
Yeah. Whatever your thing is, now's the time to do it. Maybe if it's a bank, do it so it sits in front of the 7 if you don't make it. So it blocks the pocket.
Look at that shot. Nice shot. All right. And, I mean, he's not making it easy on himself, but he's getting past the next one. You just got to cut this to the upper right-hand corner. Take your medicine.
Yes, and also because David has so many balls on the table, and some of them are a bit awkward, I would really make sure to float it over there so it sat in front of the corner.
Yeah,
I
just
do
hang it
not
there.
want that to bounce away from the pocket.
I totally
want to
agree.
give him a do-or-die situation. He's so good that if you don't leave that right in front of the jaws, if he misses, he'll just leave you safe.
Yep.
We shall see.
It's also not one pocket.
I guess technically, yeah.
I get used to doing that. I get used to hanging it there and being like, well, maybe I'll be all right. And the caliber of play here, really, he should be out.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. This guy's on the hill. That really puts the pressure on with 7 balls on the table.
Yeah.
Maybe 6? Nope, 7. So I favor him to make this. I want to be really careful not to glance off the inside of that 7 ball and scratch, because I think that's possible.
That's true. Geez, I'm not even sure. Yeah. Fargo rating question mark. Go on YouTube and look for Fargo rate and add billiards.
I think they might be asking what their Fargo rating is.
Oh, what their Fargo rate is. I don't know. I think that's a good question, and
But
I
that's a
should know.
great,
It's a
great
good
thing to
question.
download. The Fargo app is really terrific. I think Fargo is somebody that we should add into, not necessarily to our sponsorship list, but to our thank you list.
I definitely try and say Mike Page's name, but I guess we could do Fargo instead. Yeah, definitely.
For those of you
agree.
that don't know, Mike Page is the person that came up with Fargo, and it is absolutely the best rating system we've ever encountered. Does it have issues? Yep. Is he actively working to solve those issues? I believe he is. I think
yes.
he's somebody that cares about improving it and constantly making it better.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
nothing's going to be perfect.
I agree.
Yeah, and I tell you, with no clear shot here, the pressure's on, You can cut that one down the rail. I mean, in a weird world when you haven't shot a bunch of balls, I think about banking the 7 and trying to hang it in that corner pocket.
Yeah.
But I think you just got to, I don't know, you talked a little bit about not feeling it and slowing your play down.
Right. See, here I slide off the 4 and get under the 3 ball. And if I miss getting under the 3, the 5 still hooks me or hooks him. Because, see, that's what I would be afraid of is the shot I just told you about. I couldn't have ever done that.
Yep.
Plus, I would have broken up the 4 ball.
Absolutely.
So, anyway,
That's a
my
great
story.
call.
Yeah, that's my story.
Melody, feel free to look that up on the Fargo Rate app. To everybody out there, thank you so much for joining us. This is Summerfield and Mike D with Bad Boys TV.
Definitely. In Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
Gotta know it, right? Yahoo.
State championship.
Yeehaw. Yahoo.
Yeah,
I just realized those are 2 different terms.
it's true.
I would have never known that before.
You weren't sure. Yahoo is a chocolate drink, whereas Yeehaw is a celebration of
What's a froyo?
a froyo. I can't tell you.
We got to go. This is getting ridiculous.
It's
Goodbye.
getting late.
All right.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
guys.
tuning in. This is the end of the stream for the evening. Is it the end of the stream, or are they doing one more? There may be one more singles match tonight, but if not, this is the end for the evening. We have a bunch of singles action coming up tomorrow. So tomorrow's a big day of 8-Ball. Please tune in. Love to have you guys back. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Big thank you to OB Custom Cues, Bad Boys TV, Rick and Bonnie Jones, Diamond Billiards, Fargo, Mike Page, Littman Lights, Ozzie Reynolds. Cheers. Thanks so much, everybody.